Hey, what's up guys, this is Dust Ninja bringing you my contest entry for MP14 Anime's Christmas giveaway. So I decided to do something that I've been trying to do for a very long time, but I kept putting it off, and that is my top 10 manga that I own. So obviously my only rule is I have to own at least one volume. So if I own one volume of it, but I've read the rest of it online, I can base my opinion on the rest of the series that I read online. But obviously, I have to own a volume, so I can't unfortunately put One Piece in this list as much as I would love to, because One Piece is awesome, but I don't own any One Piece. So I'm just gonna get this list started. I'm gonna start off with quite a well-known series, that is Soul Eater. It's a very, very good series. It's got good action scenes, fan service, which is nice for the guys, I guess, and it's humorous fan service. I mean, a lot of the fan service puts Soul, which is, if I can point to him, this guy right here. It puts him in a lot of awkward situations, which are just funny. And the first three chapters in Volume 1 are just solely dedicated to each of the main characters and their weapon, which I think is really good because it gets you a lot of time with each of the characters to get to know them, their personalities, and their quirks, which a lot of manga don't do. And that's one of the things I really like about Soul Eater. So if you haven't checked out Soul Eater, definitely do it. I think it's on about 17 volumes now, so you could catch up. Christmas coming and all. So check out Soul Eater. Next, we have Full Metal Alchemist. What's not to love about Full Alchemist? I mean, the action scenes are really awesome, the funny scenes are really funny, and the really sad tear-jerking scenes are, really sad and tear-jerking. So Full Alchemist does its job, and it does its job well. It's got a satisfying ending, in my opinion. The characters are really good, and it's just an awesome series. I mean, I bought the box set for it, so obviously you can see the poster. Well, that's not nice. That poster behind me that I'm pointing at. Love Full Alchemist. So definitely check this out. Next, got Gintama. Very, very funny series. I mean, straight from Volume 1, it's just a lot of laughs and some decent action scenes, and each of the volumes gets funnier and funnier. Unfortunately, I only have the first three, but I'm definitely going to pick up more. But Viz cancelled it after volume 24, I think. So unfortunately, I can't finish the series unless I read online. But yeah, Gintama is definitely one of my favorite manga series. I only have the first three volumes, so that obviously says something about the series. And so next, another comedy manga. This time we have Azumadaioh. I initially was not going to buy this series because I thought it would be very girly, but I couldn't have been. Well, it's girly obviously because all the main characters are girls, but it's a very, very funny series, especially this character, and this little girl in front. Those three are just like a combination of hilarity, if that's even a word. But yeah, this is a very funny series, and it's in like a 4-panel style, if you can see. So yeah, definitely check out Azumadaioh. I mean, I think this omnibus, which is pretty damn thick, was about £11 on Amazon, so it's definitely worth the money. And it's laugh a minute, so definitely check it out. So next we have Naruto, and the reason this is on my list isn't because I think it's the best manga slash anime series. It doesn't have the best plot, and it doesn't necessarily have the best characters, but this is the anime series that really launched my interest into anime and manga. So that is why this is in my top 10. I love it. I will always love it because of what it's done for me in terms of getting me into anime and manga. So thank you, Masashi Kishimoto, for making such an awesome series. Next, we have Rave Master. I have read, this was like one of the first series I finished reading online. and it's so good. I only have the first 10 volumes, and unfortunately, because Tokyo Pop is out of print, I probably won't be able to get any more unless like Yen Press or something picks up the license for it, which I hope someone does because it is such a good series, and I really, really want more of it. I mean, the action scenes are really good. Like in Full Alchemist, it does what it's supposed to do, and it does it really well. So next we have Naoki Urasawa's 20th Century Boys. This is such a good manga. Like this manga, I bought the first 3 volumes of it, read the first 3, and I was like, damn, I have to get more of this series. I mean, like in the space of 2 weeks, I got the first 10 volumes. That is how highly I think of this series. It's so good; it keeps you thinking all the way through. In this first volume alone, it gives you like little snippets of the future and what is going to happen. But you're still asking questions. I'm on volume 10, and I've still got unanswered questions. And Naoki Urasawa drives the story very, very well, and that's why this is in my top 10. Next, we have Air Gear, which is another thick omnibus version. So this is basically about motorized roller skates and teams of people who ride these air tracks. That's what those skates are called. And it's really funny. It's got a lot of humor in it. Again, a lot of fan service. Yeah, this is a very good series for mature audiences only. There's a lot of adult stuff in here, but yeah, definitely check this out if you like good humor, a decent amount of action, and you're into roller skates basically. So definitely check out Air Gear. Next, we have one that's probably so obvious because it's like the anime of 2013. No one would have not heard of this anime. That is Attack on Titan. I mean, the art's a bit unconventional, as you can see. It's probably not the best example, but I mean, the art, it's good art, but what really makes this special is the story, and it's like you never know what to expect. So it's like think how George R. R. Martin kills his characters off in Game of Thrones. He's basically the Japanese version of George R. R. Martin. He is brutal when it comes to killing characters. I mean, there's a scene where people get pumped up for a fight and they're like, yeah, we can do this. Dead. Titan, fight, dead. It's such a good series though. Very good character development, really good characters, good action scenes, so definitely check out Attack on Titan. And last but certainly not least, I probably should have said this at the start, but this is in no specific order. I mean, what was my first one again? Soul Eater's not my least favorite of the 10, and this one's not my favorite. I'm not very good with decision making, so this was in no particular order. I mean, I have 50 series to choose from. I had to get down to just 10. So, yeah. So, last but not least, Bakuman. Like I said with Naoki Urasawa's 20th Century Boys, this is one of those series that I just got loads and loads of them straight away. I mean, I think I got from volumes 1 to 13 in the space of 2 weeks, so I mean, that's a lot for me. And this is just really good. It's a shonen with very little action. I mean, I think one punch is thrown in the whole series. And it's a manga about making manga. It's a manga about the manga industry and how it works. The characters are really good. Some really funny characters in there. They're really real characters as well. You can relate to these characters, and that's what makes it so good. By the same artist and the same author as Death Note. So if you like Death Note, definitely check out Bakuman. And so before I go, like I said, I had 50 series to choose from. So I have a couple of honorable mentions here. I have 4 of them in total. So my first one is Blade of the Immortal. It's a very, very good samurai series, and the artwork is beautiful, the fights are awesome. The only thing that stops me putting this in my top 10 is that on a few pages, when the main character Manji is about to deliver the killing blow, like the page that's supposed to be really beautifully drawn, it spreads it over the double page, so the crease in the middle gets in the way of the art, and it does not look nearly as good as it could be. So I think that that's the only reason I didn't put it as my number in my top 10, because like, look at that. I mean, you can barely see you can kind of see what's going on, but not as much as you'd like to, because it's spread over a double page. And that's the only reason it's not my top 10, but it definitely gets an honorable mention. Next series that gets an honorable mention, very, very underrated series, but it might be because it got discontinued and the volumes are quite expensive. As Yozakura Quartet, and basically it's just a really different, really cool series. I mean, there are some action scenes. That's the back. There are some action scenes in Volume 1, but it really, sorry, it really kicks off around Volume 3. And there's this scene in Volume 4 that I keep rereading because it was just so beautifully done and just so awesome. So if you have time, either just check out Yozakura Quartet. It's so underrated, but I definitely recommend it. Nearly done. So next, Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle. This is a very, very good series. I think it's my first Clamp series, and I see why they're so highly regarded in the manga world. I mean, this is such a good series. I mean, there's a decent amount of action in here. The story between these two characters, Xiaora and I think his name is, and Sakura, they have really good chemistry, and it's really sad what happens to the two of them. So definitely check out Tsubasa, and the two other characters, I think called Fi and Kurogane. They are also very, very cool characters. I definitely recommend Tsubasa. And sorry again. And last of my honorable mentions is also another Tokyo Pop Outprint series, but I was lucky enough to get all 6 volumes. And that is King of Fawn. Now this is a really, really good series. The monster designs are good, the story is really good, and there's I think it was quite good anyway, in my opinion. Pretty good twist at the end, which definitely made this worth the buy. I mean, I bought this on impulse because I heard it was out of print, and I thought if I don't buy it now, I'm probably never be able to buy it again, so I bought it. And I'm really glad I did. And the reason I didn't make it to my top 10 is because I thought they could have done more with the series. It's only 6 volumes long, and I definitely think they could have done more with the series. But for what it is, and for how many volumes it is very, very good. So yeah, those were my top 10 with a few honorable mentions. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you next time in my next video. Bye.